Hello, and welcome back to Ants Gaming Suite. This is your host Anthony, back with another new world video. We're just going to quickly go over today's topic regarding to developers confirming high watermarking system, which we can take a look and understand better as to how the gear score works. But before we jump straight into it, make sure you guys hit that like, hit the subscribe for more new world content, and also to help the community. Okay, let's just jump into it right now. So they posted about a day ago. Let's go through it together. If you don't know what the high watermark system or HWM does, it's a system that kicks in when your character reaches level 60. That governs the power gear drops you receive as you venture into a more dangerous area of the world and fight powerful enemies. When an enemy or container drops a piece of gear for you, it rolls on its gear score during your leveling experiences. You're getting drops that are in the power range that is good for your level. When you reach a level cap, this mechanic changes a bit. At 60, you gain an upper gear score limit on drops that gradually increase as more powerful drops appear for you. So for example, this upper limit is per item type. For our armor, it's based on the slot type, headgear, chest gear, rings. So those particular gear scores are going to be based on the slot. So for example, if you get a headgear for heavy, that's 530. That means you're going to get them for medium and lighter as well. Same case with the chest, the ring, and the other jewelry slots. And for weapon, it is based on the weapon itself. So if you get your sword, hammer, musket, those would be based on the gear score. So if you get a 570 hammer, that will not translate into a 570 sword. Your sword could be simply at 530. Only item drops affect your high watermark. The moment the item drops, your relevant HM is increased. You don't need to pick the item up. Crafting item or buying one from the trading post will not get you an increase in your HWM. I know a lot of people, even I made the same mistake where I originally thought that the gear score would also bump up should I purchase a better gear, but that was not the case later down the track as I discovered that. However, it can be a great way to give yourself an edge in search of more powerful gear in the most dangerous areas of the game. Not all enemies and containers, including events, rewards, containers from Outpost Rush. So let's read that again. So not all enemies and containers, including the event rewards, containers from Outpost Rush, War Invasion, etc. are created equal in the case of the HWM system. While you always have a small chance to see a HM increase when defeating a level 60 creature or searching a container in a 60 plus landmarking, each level beyond 60 has a soft upper limit on the likelihood of a HWM increase. Similarly, an event reward containers will respect your current HWM and also have a small chance of increasing it. So, previous to my video regarding to Outpost Rush not increasing your HWM, in this case it will have a small chance of increasing it. So I'll have to quickly fix that for you guys. So if you guys have seen that video, make sure that it has a small chance. What this means is that while you reliably see HL increase up to gear score 530 when defeating a level 61 enemy, your chance of seeing something beyond gear score 530 from a level 61 enemy is significantly lower than it is from a level 62 mob. 60 plus enemies are capable of reliably dropping gear score up to 600. So anything above 64 level monsters, you will get anywhere between 600. Anything below from 61, 62, 63, you can maybe get, I'm gonna guess you can get 530 max, 540, 550, etc, etc. The system isn't fully random either. Each time you defeat a 60 plus enemy and you don't receive a gear item that increases its HWM type, you're slightly more likely to see an increase the next time. Additionally, some enemies such as those found in elite landmarks and the expedition have a higher base chance of dropping items that increase your high water mark. Level 60 plus named enemies are even more likely to drop. So named enemies or bosses or even expedition bosses will have a higher chance to increase your high water mark, but at the moment expedition are very costly just because you can't really craft a whole bunch of tuning orbs and they are so darn costly. Some of you may feel that competing for drops from powerful enemies in the world is suboptimal in crowd areas, and you are right. When lots of disparate groups are all attacking the same enemy, there is a small chance that those groups will see the drops, which I have mentioned previously. So it is better for you to get a group of 5 or even 2 parties of 5 in order to do these expeditions or elite runs. Some of you may, if you want to maximize your chance of getting a high watermark increase in a more controlled environment, expedition are a great way to do it. Guardian of Genesis and Lazarus instrumentally are full elite monsters. But they are going to be changing that, so you will be able to craft a lot more tuning orbs or keys in order to access Genesis and Lazarus. At the moment, it is actually a ridiculous amount. I wouldn't even bother at the moment. I'll probably just stick to all the other elite runs. I will do short videos on what I'm currently doing, in which elite maps that I will be doing shortly in terms of what I am running. But at the moment, my server is a little bit dead, so it is a little bit difficult. We know that the tuning orbs for those expeditions are particularly time consuming to craft right now, so we're processing of adjusting the expedition tuning orb, which I have mentioned in November. Anyway, so that is pretty much the shortcut of it. The developers finally confirmed the high watermark system. A lot of us has already done a lot of speculation in terms of how it works. And I think a lot of a small majority of the community were very aware of how things work after a little bit of hit and miss. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.